Here's how it feels. Feels like the coming back together, this energy, this tether comes to a head. They expect you to act a certain way or to react to them. Do not react to them. You won't, because you can't. Your sensitive heart and your sensitive energy will not even allow you to react to them the way that they want you to react. And in that happening, it becomes illuminated to every single other person in your life, in their life. It becomes illuminated and everyone can see. Welcome back. I'm B, and today we have a message about an energy that's around you that is coming closer. This is not a new energy. This feels actually like an old relationship that you have some sort of tether to. This person is not in your life in an everyday kind of way, but there's a cord that cannot be released. So this could be a family member. This could be someone that you have children with, somebody that you went through intense trauma with, and you've been on your paths separated, but there's always this cord linking you. This person is coming back into your immediate reality, meaning they're going to be you're going to have to talk to them or work with them, spend time with them, something like that. The reason this is important for you to hear about now is because they are very much in their shadow. You may feel, I'm feeling already this, you've been sensing it, and maybe even considering how you're going to react to this person. It feels like you have been living your life very happily, for the most part, just enjoying your journey, enjoying your path, living life the way that you want to. And it's a very open-hearted, I'm feeling like you are sensitive. Most of our messages for this collective are, y'all are sensitive like me. And it feels like you had to distance from this person because they are very insensitive. Not only insensitive, but mean. They have this air of righteousness and superiority, and it feels like they think they're smarter than you because of their meanness. It's like you have this open heart and this open energy and this loving spirit, and you naturally see the best in people, and this person makes fun of you without you realizing it, or tries to use their intellect to make them feel superior to you, and you don't catch on to it, not because you're dumb, but because you just don't think that way. So in the initial separation from that person, it feels like there were other reasons. It feels like for some of you, this was an old relationship. And you just got to a point where you just did not feel good about yourself. No matter what you did or what you tried, you could not come to a place of feeling satisfied or even safe. It's like everything you expressed to this person was somehow thrown back in your face. You were made to feel oversensitive, like you were too much, or you're delusional, or you're crazy, or you're ignoring things in the 3D for the sake of your feelings or something like that. And they hated that about you and used every opportunity to do something to make themselves feel more powerful than you. They're coming back around you, and I'm feeling now let's get into the cards, because it feels like some kind of like a family reunion, or there's something happening. There's a transformation happening to that tether, to that link that you have to each other. It is transforming, and it's like in the transforming of it, it's like it's being twisted and twisted tighter and tighter, and it like keeps bringing you closer and closer together. And it's like this energy kind of comes to a head and has to be addressed, and it gets addressed in a way that everyone can see, and you will feel attacked. You will feel a little bit triggered by the way they're treating you openly around other people, because you think that other people won't be able to see it. You're like, wow, this is exactly what this person has always done. This is how they've always treated me, and it's exactly why they couldn't be in my life. But they're charming, and they're smart, they're witty, they're funny, they're clever, and they have a magnetism that other people are like, oh, you're so funny. But they are being intentionally mean. You might feel like you need to defend yourself. You might feel like you need to say something right back and throw it in their face. And the core of this message feels like, stay in your power. Your power is not in meanness. Your power is not in being defensive or trying to set the record straight. They have a mental flexibility where they remember certain things. They might remember dates and times. It's like they have this whole catalog of like a case built against you, like evidence, like ready to like present their evidence to everybody who wants to question why they're acting the way that they're acting. That's their perceived strength. They think that they're holding this over you. Your strength is not in playing into that energy. Your strength is in doing what you've already been doing what you're good at, which is maintaining an open heart, maintaining compassion, no matter what the hell comes at you. So in the cards, I pulled two energies. We have 3 cards for each energy, and yours is coming as the Daughter of Pentacles. And I'm not feeling so much like the exact card energy, but look at this beautiful doe. Look at this beautiful rainbow. Like there is a peace and a love, and it's innocence. It's an innocence. This is your nature. When you try to act like you aren't so innocent, you're like, oh, well, I could kick your ass. I could do whatever. And like when you try and match their energy is when you get knocked off of your balance, and it's when it like goes the other way. When you try and match their energy, people around you will see you in a different way. Stay in your energy. Their energy is in the moon. So they're under this illusion of superiority, of righteousness. They have been somehow, like even without being around each other, they have been like kind of siphoning off energy from you, almost like planning something, like planning for a big reveal or something like that. Waiting for the day where they get to tell their side of the story against you. And they have this big dream of winning everybody over to their side. This is interesting. I'm also drawn to the two crows. The two crows kind of looking at each other, and it's almost like there's like a... I wonder if they're like Gemini. I'm drawn to like that it's birds and it's like a twin situation. This is almost like a shadow aspect of Gemini where they've been like wanting to be ready for like an intellectual battle. Like they've really been preparing for the day to come when this thing that comes to a head happens in front of everyone that matters to you. And they think that it's going to change their mind about how they feel about you. And it doesn't. Instead, it opens their eyes about who this person really is. This only happens, this is the Tower here. This whole thing falls apart because they are coming from a place of shadow. They're coming from a place of needing to feel right and wanting to, like, they genuinely want to be mean to you. It's awful. It's like making me nauseous. They have used all of your innocence and naivety against you. They've also used your sensitivity against you because that's what's in their evidence pile. That's what it is. That's what they've been compiling evidence for, because they push you and poke you and make fun of you until you get to like the point where you realize what they're doing. You're like, oh my God, stop. And then you like lash out. And like the lashing out comes in different ways. It's not just an outburst. It could have been you suddenly breaking off the relationship, and to people on the outside, they can't see why. They're like, why? Oh, like I can't believe you just walked away. Like you were in that relationship. That's an important person, like a family member or a partner or something like that. And behind closed doors, that person was just awful to you. And you, being your optimistic self, trying to think the best of everybody, trying to hold compassion and space for them and what they're going through, hit your breaking point. And it got to where it was affecting every aspect of your life. And the lashing out was destructive. It almost feels like you were numb, like through that process, because you were so heartbroken. This might even be a person that you've never cried over. This might be someone that you never looked back, never felt sorry. And to everyone on the outside looking in, you look heartless. You look cold and detached. You're the one that looks delusional because, again, this person is like very charming, very witty, very clever, very intentional about the words they use, and they know how you're going to respond to the words they use, and they will use those words in front of everyone else to get you to play into that response. They know your sensitivities, but here's your superpower. Here's your strength in this situation. Your energy came through as 9 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So you have found your balance. You have found your emotional peace, wellness, satisfaction. You've also built something. It feels like in the 10 of Pentacles, you have built something that they didn't think that you would be able to build, or you've taken care of yourself. It's like there was like a spiral, like in the separation of the energies, it was like a spiral, and they were just sitting back and like watching you spiral, and they were like, this is great. Like they're like waiting for you to hit rock bottom so they can tell everyone else around them, like, I told you so. I told you they were crazy. I told you they were awful. Like no one listened to me. And instead what happened was you found yourself in the separation of your energy from theirs. You got to come back into your innocence, your naivety, your optimism, your open-heartedness, your trust, your faith, your love. Your love is the power. And when we think about energetic boundaries, this is a boundary you set without even knowing it, because you got to a place in the relationship with this person where you're like, I cannot open my heart around you because you are so freaking mean. I cannot be vulnerable with you. I cannot share anything with you. I cannot be myself around you. You are constantly judging me. You are constantly throwing things in my face. I have no space to breathe. And when you separated from that energy, the spiral came from all of the pressure on the outside looking in because you disappointed people. And walking away from that relationship and trying to not sever the tie, but narrow the cord and get a lot of distance from that person, it disappointed a lot of people. It disappointed your family or their family, like the people that you love the most. It was a disappointment. Like, it hurt other people for you to walk away from that. But the amount of pain and suffering and the passing on of like generational trauma and toxic patterns would have been perpetuated had you not walked away. That feels like a very big message for someone. If you have been carrying the weight of regret for walking away from this relationship, if you're wondering what could have been, because you found it. You found the emotional satisfaction. You found complete fulfillment, like emotionally and in your physical reality. So it feels like you're doing really well for yourself. Mind, body, spirit, you're doing really well. And now that you have this new perspective, this kind of higher viewpoint, you can look back at that and be like, maybe I could have done something different. Maybe I could have shifted something. Maybe I could have spoken to them differently. Maybe I could have. The confirmation from spirit is no. This person had things to work through separate from your energy, and they still haven't done it. Oof. That's how they're coming to this tower moment. They have not come to a place of open-heartedness. They have not found the love that you had. They've been looking for the kind of love that you have and have not been able to find it. So the next best thing they feel like they can do is try and tear you down. They're trying also to prove that you are an illusion, that you are not this naive and sweet and innocent and lovey-dovey-do. They're trying to prove that you're faking it, that you are somehow inauthentic, and that just doesn't happen because you are not that way. But when you're around them, you have a tendency to act that way because all of your, I'm getting like a dog that like bristles, like your whole spine is bristling when you like think about being around this person, because and not from any kind of trauma. It's not like you're traumatized. Like, you have really fully healed from this person. The remaining triggers are not triggers. They are alarms. When you get around this person, they are trying to manipulate you into doing something out of alignment with your true energy. So all of this coming to a head, I'm also feeling like in this 10 of Pentacles, this is a family situation. So it feels like you're all coming back together for like a family reunion or maybe a wedding or some kind of like milestone event. It feels like something transformational. This feels like a milestone event where you are being brought back together. This thing comes to a head, and it's like this person has this master plan to reveal it all and make you look like you are the bad guy. That does not happen because you are solid. You are on solid foundation. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly what they're doing. And it's like you still have love for this person. You see the hurt that is underneath everything that they're doing. Oh my goodness. You really are that sweet. You really are that open-hearted and loving because you have compassion for this person. The energy that they've been siphoning off in whatever way, I don't know how, especially like if they're not in your life. Whatever tether is being maintained, they have been siphoning off your energy. And you are aware of it, you know, and you're like, it's okay. It's okay. You see like how much pain they're in. You see how much of a heavy pain body they carry. And you understand that they just didn't have the strength or vision or intuition to know how to transform that, or how to move through it, or how to be with it even. Like all of their cleverness, all of their charm is a mask. They hide behind their intellect. They hide behind their funny like one-liners. Like they're hiding behind a cruel sense of humor that is a mask for the intense pain that they still carry. And this feels like a long time. This is not someone who is separated from you like for a few months or even a few years. Like this feels like a long time. And they still have not found a way to transmute that pain. So as this comes to a head, as this situation brings you back together, it is temporary, but like in that entwining, in that interaction, something is healed for you. And I feel like you like come out the other side like really like proud of yourself, but mostly at peace, like really at peace, because there has been up until now, or up until this thing takes place, a sense of regret, a sense of what would have happened. I wonder if you have dreams, like lingering dreams of this person, where they come back into your life and everything is great, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, well, that must have been another lifetime, because I can't see any possibility for that to be a reality in this lifetime. But there's still like this lingering regret, like of you trying to take full accountability for the way that you ended it or the way that you walked away. If this is a family member, it could have been like a hard cutoff where you're just like, I'm sorry, I can't support you anymore. I'm sorry, I just can't be around you. I can't talk to you. I can't have you in my life. I'm a different person around you, and I don't know how to not be a different person when I'm around you. So I cannot be around you. Setting boundaries also around other people in your life. So it feels like if this is a family situation, it might be groups. Like if this is siblings or something, like you might be trying to protect another sibling from this person. And like that was the reason for the distance. Like maybe like you could have suffered through their cruel intentions, their meanness, their insensitivity, but you could not bear to have them treat other people you love that way. And that was actually, so it feels like actually that was the reason it was such a cold and detached breaking off, was because it wasn't because of you. It wasn't you doing it for yourself, like I can't take this anymore. This was you doing it because I will not sit by and like watch you treat the people I love that way. You want to treat me that way, that's one thing, but you will not treat the people I love that way. So those people that you were protecting, it feels like they're the ones that see the illusion. Like this all goes back in that other person's face. This blows up in their face. They got the tower, babe. Like they're going to eat crow. Literally. I mean, maybe not literally. Don't eat the crow, friends. They're awesome. But they really have these big plans. And there's something defensive in here too. I'm feeling like in the tower, there's something that they're building up a defense against. Like they're waiting for you to say something. They're waiting for you to get them to take some kind of accountability. And so they're preparing a case. Like they feel like they're about to be on trial. So they're compiling all this evidence and they're stashing away. They're like pulling up their little mental catalog of everything horrible you've ever done. And you don't have that kind of catalog to come back at them and match that energy because you don't think that way. You are not that kind of person. You are just trying to be open-hearted and loving and live your life and cultivate love and shine your light. So like they're like preparing for this. They're preparing to be put on trial. But you don't. It comes out in some other way because it's such a heavy energy for them. It's almost like a guilt. Like they feel some kind of deep guilt that they aren't even aware of. Like it's subconscious for them, but it's informing all of their actions. So that subconscious guilt, that lack of being able to take accountability for their end of it, like the reason for the separation or the kind of person they are or something they said they would do and now they're not going to do, there is like some very deep level of guilt that has triggered their defense system. And their defense system is like, you got to be ready, because if anybody tries to call this into question in front of other people, you're going to be revealed as the bad guy. And they instead are trying to make it look like you are the bad guy. Do not play into their energy. Let them work from their shadow. Trust that your light casts out any shadows thrown at you. It's when you kind of, I'm seeing you like step off of your throne and step down. And meeting them eye to eye. And while they're trying to throw shade and they're trying to throw you like under the bus, you're like, I see you. Underneath everything that you are doing and saying right now, I see you and I love you. What a mismatch of energies. How is this person ever even in your life? Goodness. Very emotional. Holy crap. That was unexpected. This almost felt like it was going to be a fun, like gossipy sort of message, and I don't get a lot of those. So I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. We're going to dish and it's going to be great. And like it went to a very deeply emotional place. This person is just so very toxic. And everything that you have done to protect other people in your life from that will make it self-apparent. Be at peace now. If you've been waiting for other people to see that that's what was going on, that that's what was really happening, their actions speak for themselves. Like their intentions are apparent. This moon energy, it does not fool people these days. Like whatever kind of mask they're trying to wear, whatever they're pretending to be, it really becomes so apparent to everyone else around you and everyone around them that it's cruel, it's mean, and it's toxic, and they're not fooling anybody anymore. Ultimately that's what this tower is really about. Not just this situation not going the way that they want and things falling apart. It's like, it's almost like they couldn't see. Like they can't see how bad they really are until it's reflected to them in other people's eyes. So here's how it feels. Feels like the coming back together, this energy, this tether comes to a head. They expect you to act a certain way or to react to them. Do not react to them. You won't, because you can't. Your sensitive heart and your sensitive energy like will not even allow you to react to them the way that they want you to react. And in that happening, it becomes illuminated to every single other person in your life, in their life. It becomes illuminated and everyone can see. So like before, it was just you versus them, and they could not see themselves reflected in your eyes. They could only feel triggered by your love and light. And now, with all of that illusion collapsing and dissolving, the full illumination of who they really are and what they're really doing and what their intentions are, what kind of person they are, is when they really see themselves for who they are. It's when it all falls apart for them and the mask falls and their defenses fall and they're left vulnerable and needing to sift through all of the pieces of the wreckage. It almost causes like an awakening for them. Okay. So we're gonna cut it off there. Thank you very much for being here. I love you so much. Sending you lots of love and strength to get through this next challenge, because it will be a challenge. You will want to stand up for yourself. You will want to also, this is cool. So like you have all of these abilities now. You have a lot more mental dexterity than what they remember. You have a better way of communicating your own feelings and your own thoughts than what they remember. They only remember you blowing up, acting crazy, because you were just at such a breaking point because of them. They will not expect you to be silent. They will not expect you to be still. Sit still, sit in your power. You will feel tempted to show off all of your new skills. Like, I can tell you exactly how it is because now I have that ability. I can tell you exactly how I feel. I can tell you exactly what happened. Don't do that, because everything that you think you have to say, they have 3 things to back up their side of the argument. So do not argue. You don't want to argue. Don't let them suck you in to being on trial. Sit in your power. This is your power. Your loving energy, your innocence, your vulnerability, your open-heartedness, your desire for everyone that you love to be happy. That is your power. Sit in that power no matter what, and it all goes great. For you, not them. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Take care.